Hello, and welcome back to Tabletop Warriors. If you are not expecting to see talking heads, welcome to our first attempt at just a discussional episode. Fear not, our battle reports are not going away.
Nope.
I don't like to talk about Warhammer all day unless I'm drinking. I actually like to play Warhammer, so fear not, our battle reports are not going away. As always, I'm TJ, this is Will, and here with us we have Sweet Lew, internet sensation.
What's up, guys? Not that big of an internet sensation. 100 followers,
Maybe in the future we'll
Maybe you'll be seeing more of Sweet Lew.
we'll tell everybody
Maybe.
what his real nickname is.
Yeah. What is it? Is it the shiny forehead thing? Are we going with that? I'll take it.
What?
Yeah.
No. So anyway, for any of you that have been living under a rock, have been busy not paying attention to things. The Games Workshop, the company who puts on this game, that creates this game that we actually love so much, just had their U.S. Open in, they call it their U.S. Open Dallas. It was in Arlington, actually.
Not unlike the Cowboys.
Yeah, the Dallas Arlington Cowboys. Anyway, not sponsored. So
Hashtag not sponsored.
we are both going to talk about that just a little bit, and upcoming this weekend is the Alamo GT. So we've actually picked out a handful of lists that we thought were, some of them were very actually top ranking, or I think most of the ones we picked were top ranking.
Yeah, I think most of the
You
ones
guys,
we picked
I think your lowest was like, I don't even think they broke 20th.
Like
They were
15th
all, yeah.
Yeah, they were all pretty high up there.
That being said, we didn't just pick 1, 2, 3, 4 and like, oh my
Right.
god, these listed the best. We picked what we actually think is interesting to talk about.
Yeah, number 1 is on there though.
Number 1 is on there.
It is.
Little
I'm
foreshadowing.
excited about that list.
Yeah. There's a couple on there like that are what some may reference as like a little bit more memey or interesting. That's what I would refer to them as personally.
Yeah.
But though behind closed doors, I probably just say meme. But yeah, there's definitely some interesting stuff in there.
What is a meme list? Like, I've always wondered. I hear meme list, and I'm always like, what the fuck are people talking about? Like, is it just like a list that's funny? Like,
I think a long time ago, and by a long time, 10, 15 years ago, I think a lot of times if you referred to something as like a meme or a skew list, it was just something that was kind of outside of the norm or outside of what the greater meta has said is
This is good.
this is good, this is what you should play, or these are the good units or good models in an army, this is what you should do with it.
Yeah.
So I think
That makes
with
sense.
that, I think that's where kind of that skew, which is, kind of the older term before meme was like a household word. And now what a lot of people consider that meme list, I think that's what, I think that's kind of where it's at now in people's minds. It's like, this is a meme list or this is a skew list because it's different or outside of the norm. One of the things that TJ and I have talked about on several of our episodes of battle reports and things is, and kind of behind closed doors, if you will, talking about going to a tournament or participating in an event. One of the things that we both, and we've probably even more so as we've kind of grown, in our friendship through gaming, we've talked a lot about taking things that everyone doesn't just know exactly what it does and that it has a benefit. So a lot of times when we look through lists, we look at stuff and go, do you know why that worked? It's because the opponent didn't know what it did.
100%, yeah.
Right? And it's not saying that you necessarily set your opponent up for those gotcha moments, right? Or that you're being one of those, gamers, if you will, right? You're not gaming the way that you're playing. You're not gaming the sportsmanship side or aspect of it.
You just bring something they can't plan for.
Right. Yeah. They just don't know what it does, or they just assume it's not as good. And they're like,
you explain it to them pregame, but they've never played against it on the table. They don't know if my army normally does A into this, and now you present me with this B or C option. What the fuck do I even do?
Yeah,
or
even
a lot
X,
of people
Y,
for a
Z.
loop. Yep. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
That makes
Because
sense.
sometimes it's so far off that you're like, I didn't even know your army could do something like that in general.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where I think we find a lot of not just quality or skill in list building, but also just fun.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it's just fun
because it becomes something different at that point.
Yeah,
100%.
We were talking about list. list to take to the Alamo GT this weekend, and we were having the exact same conversation we are now. Like, what could we skew into this and be something that people were like, oh wow, okay, all right, put that in there. That's cool.
Yeah.
The Alamo terrain is if you've seen
Alamo
it,
terrain.
Misleading. It's fucking. This year it is absolutely fucking like you can't shoot normally in it at all.
No,
like
you cannot. Yeah,
it's fucking crazy.
Let's
go.
If
you don't have a way to go around the sides, good luck.
Even one of the side pieces touches the edge of the table.
That's fine.
All my side pieces touch the edge of the table.
Everything is fine. These are not the droids you're looking for.
Yeah, no.
All those,
not the train.
All those heavy sets.
They go wide.
Yeah. Well, hey guys, let's do a little bit of housekeeping before we rock into some stuff. What are you guys drinking tonight?
This is a Shiner Bock. And,
there we go.
Also not sponsored, but just because they're a really good group of guys, this is a Scorched Earth Open koozie. Scorched Earth Open is typically hosted in either right there in Phoenix or right outside of Phoenix in Mesa, Arizona. Yep. Just good dudes. I think they've already had Scorched Earth for the year. It's usually earlier in the year. Smite Club Open, probably around September. Last year, I think they had room for 120 players, 6 rounds. So if you guys in Arizona, Southwest area, go check them out. Good guys.
Hell yeah. What about you, Will? What do you got?
It's nothing great. It's not special. So I've got my Texas Open koozie because so it's always a thing that's around.
Hey, I mean Texas Open is already the tickets are for sale, right?
Yeah, they're out there. Yeah, 3 months out, 90 days. So
hell yeah.
It's beer, but it's root beer.
Oh, fail.
Yeah. We had margaritas at lunch, so
that might
man. You had to sober up.
I saw a crystal glass. What are you drinking?
Yeah, I always have new bourbon. So this time I have a single barrel Belfour.
Ooh.
It's actually 126 proof. Like, I don't know if you can see that guy.
Nice. That's one better than Bell 3.
Well, yeah, but it's actually, I didn't know this when the guy gave me the bottle, because I got the bottle for free. But it's a family bottle, too, which is pretty dope. So I'm excited. Honestly, it's super hot. I'm letting it mellow out in some ice. It is, it's got some heat. So it's
I might hit the red breast again tonight.
Okay. There you go. If you guys find me in Alamo, I'll have a couple different bourbon bottles for tasting. So.
Find you at Alamo. Like, we're not going to be right next to you. Yeah. And maybe even partially inside of you.
Need sunglasses.
Yeah, I might blind you with the bald spot.
Reflective quality.
Well, cool. Hey, let's rip into these lists from this major this last weekend and see kind of
we ripping.
Yeah.
I think Will's gonna take the first one because it's someone you know, right?
Yeah.
Is this Tyler?
Yeah, it's Tyler Rowe. He's out of Tyler, Texas.
Tyler out of Tyler.
Tyler from Tyler. Yeah. He's getting ready to move a little further south and east, but he's in Tyler for the time being. So, he ended up finishing 12th, and his literal message to me when we were texting about this earlier today was.
Gotta get the quote, guys.
Yeah, gotta get the quote. He goes, "The list I took was straight up meme list, and I took 12th somehow." So
direct quote.
Yep, direct quote.
You heard
right from the man himself.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in that list. It's kind of weird as fuck looking at it.
That is the generous way of putting it. So, we looked at the list at lunch and we sent it to you. And I think all three of our reactions were the same of like, what does this do?
So I know what it does. I just don't know what it does. Like what I would say. Well.
Yeah.
I don't know if it does anything well.
Obviously, it does something well.
It does.
Yeah. I mean, it was good enough to get it. It went 4-0.
So let's take a look at his list. So we've got characters. We've got Saint Celestine.
Character singular.
Character.
Yeah, singular. Have you guys played against Celestine yet?
Yes, I've played
she's
it
an absolute
on stream too.
Oh, you played her as who she is?
Yeah. I've played Sisters and had Celestine in the list.
She's honestly a menace.
Yeah, she is.
Then you brought her. Good. You attached her with some Zephyrim just to have some more.
I've done it both ways. I've done Zephyrim once, and then I've left her on her own 2 or 3 times now.
Yeah.
Would you like more?
It's tough to say. I kind of like her on her own, just because she's really annoying, and then it doesn't commit one of your, at that time I think they were 55 points for a 5-lady squad of Zephyrum.
Yeah.
Now they're 60.
Now they're 60. So I think they were 55 at the time. So like, I would rather have that 5-girl unit over there doing something else, scoring points, and then just have Celestine continue to be the annoying menace that she is.
Yeah.
Honestly, looking at this list, I bet you he put Celestine with them because I don't see anywhere on here where he's lacking point scoring.
Yeah.
Agree. Yeah, there's plenty of room to score.
Yeah, and he's got plenty of harassment units too, so it's one of those things where it's like, I don't need another harassment unit.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I don't need something else to be annoying when everything else already is.
So after that, we've got, 6 immolators with multi-meltas?
6. Count them.
Holy fuck.
6 immolators.
Twin multi-meltas, so they're twin linked.
Yes. Yep. All of them.
Save your miracle dice, ladies and gentlemen.
All of them have the heavy bolter, the Hunter killer missile, and the twin multi-melta.
Yeah.
It's insane. And I'm assuming, I haven't confirmed this with Tyler yet. He didn't reply to my last message. I believe you can put the Dominion squads in there, and I think he might have had the Dominion squad split 5 girls in each immolator.
That's 100% what he did. There's so he has nothing else in his list.
I was pretty certain of that. I haven't confirmed it with him, but I'm pretty certain.
He memed it so hard he just put them on the table and then immediately was like, I only can fit 3 things in there, so scoop.
Right, yeah.
Like,
he's like, they're just out here, it's fine.
Yeah.
No,
well, because they're dedicated transports, so he's got to have something in them.
Yeah, he's got to put something in them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You don't looking at this list. This is a this list generates a metric shit ton of miracle dice.
Oh yeah.
What? Tiny units dying?
Yeah, dude, fucking everywhere.
Yeah, after the emulators, he's got 3 units of Dominions.
Oh my god.
10 girl squads.
Dominions have Scout 6.
Right, so the emulators get it.
Oh my god, you're scouting 6 units in a game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Technically 12 because there's 6 inside the 6.
It's Votan's levels of bullshit without the shooting.
Yes.
Love Votan. But actually this still gets a lot of good shooting. So with the twin multi-melta,
meltas would get reroll wounds when they pop out of the emulators.
There's no meltas in it's melta guns, not meltas.
Right, but you've already scouted up 6, and then you're going to move and disembark, and then shoot with your twin multi-meltas, and then shoot with your melta guns.
Yep.
Melta guns assault in this edition?
I think so. Actually, no, I do think so. Hold on.
They are.
I'm pretty sure they are.
There you go.
I'm looking at the Dominion profile. That's why I found the scout thing.
Yeah. No, yeah, they're assault. So they're moving super. They're scouting up. They're moving, and then they're also able to miracle dice what they need to, which is damage, which is fucking amazing. Because they're all getting those reroll to wounds. That can be devastating to a lot of people.
That is a lot of, especially if you consider the emulators themselves already have twin linked on their shots. That's a lot of twin linked Melta.
No, it is.
And it's moving very fast with Scout.
Yes.
It's even if he just scouts up 3 of them, just to be aggressive but not hyper aggressive.
Yeah, just to have a but not overcommit. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he's still got plenty of stuff in there.
After playing into those, and seeing them on the tabletop, the multi-melts is the way to go in the emulator. I don't like the flamers that they have on them anymore.
Same.
And that heavy bolter, that emulator is doing basically what a Sagittar does, and being super effective with it. And it's got a 100 killer missile on top of it. So you've hit 600 killer missiles hitting on 2s.
Oh, fun fact. Something that that was explained to me by one of the better sister players in the country, that plays out of Colorado, Colin K, is that the designer's note for the Cherub token, it is not one token for each of the 5 that you split out. Each unit gets a Cherub token. So when you break this 30 Dominions into 6 emulators, That's 6 cherub tokens that you get.
Hell yeah.
Each
That's a lot of
one
cherubs.
of those units has a cherub token.
That's
so
a
you
lot of
have
cherubs.
you have 6 additional miracle dice that you're gaining when they spend a miracle dice.
Yep.
That's a lot of miracle dice.
Correct. So you can literally just go down the line, kind of like Lou was saying, and start shooting here, spend it, gain 1 back with your cherub, do it again, get 1 back, do it again, get 1 back, all the way across your line.
That's dirty.
It is.
Yeah, you're just waiting for the thing that you actually want to really commit that 6 damage with the Melta 2 into and just fucking nuking it.
Yep. And wait till you have the 6, and then you're like, oh, look, now I have 1.
Yeah.
It only took me 3 rolls, and now I have the 6, and then here you go.
Oh, and here's the next squad to shoot. It uses the 6.
Yep.
But anyway, what else is in the list?
So then we have 3x2 mortifiers. They have the 4 mortifier flamers, so each has 2. And then they each have a twin penitent buzzblades, so the chainsaw hands. Or the circular saw hands.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, that's once again really nice. What's the Arcanite or Anchorite? What the fuck? What's that do? The Anchorite sarcophagus.
Anchorite sarcophagus gives a 3-up.
Oh, a
armor
3-up to 1 person.
Yep. So it was the same. It was the same way in 9th as well. You pick one of them, they get that little upgrade or enhancement to the unit, and it gives that 1 instead of both of them having a 4. 1 will have a 3-up.
I still feel like everything in this list is twin linked, right? Like this
is
fucking crazy.
It really is.
Yeah.
He's got rerolls for days,
It's like
which is
max
crazy
rerolls.
for an army that's generating an absolute of ton of miracle dice.
Yeah.
Yep.
And honestly, I think
the twin buzzblades, and notably, like the twin buzzblades hitting on 3s with 4 attacks each, so that's 8 attacks from the unit
with sustained hit 1 on the charge.
Correct.
Whoa.
Yes. Strength 10 -3 flat 2.
Yeah,
ain't bad.
It's really strong.
That's a few.
Yep. Not bad.
And then after the mortifiers, we have 3 penitent.
3x2 penitents. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So more girls in suits.
I want to know how this list just didn't get shot off the fucking table. You can't hide all of this.
Hey, the penitents have a 5-up feel no pain.
And GW
So does, I mean, the mortifiers do as well, but still.
Yeah, that's true too. It was GW train. The angles are a little. It's like, okay, am I really like if I hide 3 penitent engine units in one corner, like how much am I going to commit so far forward to cut that angle?
Right. And and you have those on those like L pieces where you have the small like 4x6 square where you can move vehicles and stuff across that. So that makes that corner easier to cut and then go up after something where you're out of line of sight, but then you can move up and go. Because the the penitent engine's moving 8. It's not nothing.
It's not nothing.
So
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Yep.
And then what finishes out this list?
And penitent engines can advance and charge.
3x5 Zephyrum, which we didn't actually get an answer. We're assuming Celestine was attached to, like we started with.
Yep.
I don't think he has any other reason not to. It's just like it increases her wounds by 5, which is really nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Unless you're going against an equally MSU list somehow, which seems unlikely. And then you could flex into, okay, I'm not this particular game, like one, of 8 games, maybe he did it once where he didn't attach her. It's just as a flex pick.
I mean, this guy's. I'm looking at what he played into. So his first matchup was an MSU kind of fucking IG, which he crushed, followed by Dark Angels with just a fuck ton of. I guess it doesn't. It's got a couple gladiators. It's a weird Dark Angels list. What else does he have after that? His third win, Chaos Demons, which is a bunch of big Chaos Demons. Damn.
So the generic, the list that people say is good for demons, that they're like, oh, people are doing good with this, I'm going to take it, and then they do bad.
No, it's actually all corn, pretty much. It's a Bloodmaster, Bloodthirster, a Red Master, 2 Red Masters, Scarbrand, a bunch of Blood Crushers. I actually think this list does well into what he was bringing.
Wait, what's that name? What's the name of that list? The player?
Douglas LeBove.
Yeah, Doug LeBeau. Yeah.
That guy actually only plays monocorn.
That guy what?
He only
plays monocorn.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
He makes it work. Work.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, he's good too. He's a good player.
What'd Tyler play next? Another Chaos Demons, and this is the normal Chaos Demons list with a bunch of like Fate Weaver, Lord of Change, all that shit, just rolling around shooting a bunch of shit.
Yep.
And then he played
Kit Hanna.
Yeah, and that's a high loss though. He got 85 points.
Right.
Ooh.
Against Archangels.
Yeah.
Against Kit Smith Hanna.
Wow.
Because I don't think that Kit's list has enough to deal with what he already had.
That game, I believe, was on stream as well.
And the melt output actually handles the vehicles in Dark Angels.
Yes.
Yep.
It does.
The only issue is the -1 to hit that they can hand out pretty easily.
Yeah. But if you're with Sisters, if you've taken any damage, you get a +1, so you can negate that as well.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. And then he played another Space. He played another Space Marines player, and then Charles Pickert. The fuck do we? This is a 100-100 tie. What the fuck?
Yeah. They got a 100-100 tie.
How does it happen? Honestly, I've never tied my entire life. I just roll off.
I look my. That's my man. Every time I get a tie, or I would get a tie, I look my opponent dead in the eyes, just like this, all sensual, like, and say, "Hey, we're flipping a quarter for this."
Yeah. I only did it once where the person lost, and then he tried to like go back on it, and I was like, I don't know, dude, because like if I would have lost, I would have just been like, hey, cool, it's 40K. Who gives a shit? But
yeah, like we're here to drink bourbon.
Yeah. Dude, that's a crazy list. I like that list a lot.
Yeah, it's interesting too, right? And like, it's not a list, even if or when he was losing, because I know Tyler and we agree in this. Like, if you're playing something fun and interesting, that you'll have fun just moving your stuff around and doing what you're doing, you don't even care if you're losing. It's like, it's great that he went 4-0 and made top cut and all of that, but even after going 4-0 and then hitting a couple of speed bumps and getting some losses, like, he was still having fun rolling his dice and doing what his army does.
I mean, it shows because it looks like a really fun army to play. It's so aggressive. It's not like there's never a point in that game where he's not rolling dice. Like, that's fucking crazy. Because whatever he doesn't have at scouts either has a feel no pain or can advance and charge and shoot and do everything. Like, it's such a fucking aggressive army. That's awesome.
Yep. Just get in there.
Hell yeah. I like it.
Wow. All right. Well, that was and for all the reasons we just discussed, that's why we thought that list was interesting. It's just different. Like, we've seen Sisters winning GTs in the last handful of months, whatever it's been. And it's not. This is something different than really is traditional. So
it's missing that like super key piece of Morven Vol.
That's the first thing I said. I said there's one character unit in this army,
and it's not Vol,
and it is not Morven Vol, and it is not the Triumph.
Yeah,
and he was like, "What?" And I was like, "It's Celestine," and he was like, "Okay, but no Vol or Triumph." And yeah, exactly. Yep, just as shocked as you are. Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
Totally.
Man.
Yeah.
Let's look at.
Do you want to skip the next one and save that one for last since it's the winner?
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah,
we can save that one. You guys want to do the IG one next? I think that one's kind of cool.
Yeah, sure. Yep. That's cool too.
That being said, for you guys, so now everything we're talking about, we got a couple more players we're going to talk about. All of them are the list that we pulled from US Open, but all of these people are on the roster for Alamo GT. So if you are going to the Alamo GT, you could see these top players with very interesting lists at Alamo GT.
Yep.
Yeah.
And as far as two events 1 week apart, I mean, what kind of list changes are you really making?
Probably not much. You might make a small tweak here or there, but it's probably not much.
Maybe.
You might see some of those, like, really, like... Because I'm not going to lie, Alamo has a metric fuck ton of heavy hitters, especially across the Texas meta. Alamo has pretty much every big name going there and competing. I don't think you're going to see many list changes, but you never know. Like,
Yeah,
there are those players that just have a fucking 6 armies in their pocket they can mess around with.
Right, yeah. Not unlike us.
6 armies.
Never heard of them. That's rookie numbers. You got to pump those numbers up.
Who's that?
Yeah, but I mean, you get what I'm saying, though. Like,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and like you said, it would be like a unit swap or maybe some war gear swap, right? Like, it wouldn't be anything major.
Yeah.
I think, especially if you're having success like this, you're not going to change a lot.
Yeah, and the reason that we're not even going over those lists is because they're not even unlocked. They're due today. Like, it's the 20th. Like, we're recording this.
Ours aren't submitted.
They're due tonight. But we don't have access to the list, so we're kind of just like doing a guessing game. But it's still like you guys said, I don't think there's going to be that many changes.
Hey, by the way, one of us is going to go Highlander.
Sick. I've been helping a guy recently try to make a good Highlander. What army are you going to play for Highlander?
Don't worry about it.
Everything's fine.
Oh my god. He's doing guard. I think guard is a good Highlander build.
You'll see when the lists are unlocked. It's not as good as mine, I can assure you.
Well, hopefully, I'm rooting for him first. I'll root for you second.
Anyway,
still my heart.
I've been trying to help him out.
I'm gonna just run through the whole list because everyone knows that guard good stuff is still guard good stuff.
Yep.
So we've got Lord Solar, shocker, command squad, tank commander with Demolisher, tank commander with Demolisher, Ursula Creed, who we have not seen as recently in the meta.
Really? She's been at a lot of like major events.
Are people bringing Creed back?
Let me see. I need to scroll down and tell you why.
Hey.
Nope. So actually, what Creed does really well is she sits in the backfield and hands out 2 different orders to the gun emplacements. And if you have the indirect with, but if you have it indirect to kill her, you're gonna kill her anyways. But like the thing is, most armies don't have indirect anymore, so she's a super good upgrade. And then they use their Leontis squads to boost everything else, and she is just like, I think she's like fucking like 55 points or something. Yeah, 55 to just make sure that those 2 like gun platforms in the back always have the bonuses that they need to have.
Yeah, fair.
Makes sense.
So, yep.
We've got a 10-man Cadian shock troop squad, 2 10-man Catachans.
No, those are Catachads, bud.
Oh, excuse me. I miscounted. 3.
He went through his list and changed some things, and I think it's fucking sick.
Oh yeah, I'm totally gonna read the description when he gets done going through it.
Catachads, 3 squads. Excuse me, 1 infantry squad, 1 chimera. Oh my god. 18, so 3x bull goons.
3x6.
3x6 bull goons.
All brute shields too.
Yes. Single hellhound. 2 Lehman Russ Vanquishers, which are the Vanquisher battle cannon. Is that the single shot plasma?
Sorry.
Vanquisher, anyone?
No, it's the.
Nope, it's the single shot. Sorry, brute shield is a 4-up. Let me look at my Vanquisher really quick.
I think it's a single shot plasma type profile.
Do you?
Or I mean, high damage, but yeah, you know what I mean. Old plasma gun.
You know what sucks? I can't spell Vanquisher, so that's it's hard
to
find.
It is.
No, it's not It's the single shot. That's what the one I thought it was.
Yeah, strength 18 -4, d6 +6, heavy.
Yeah, it's not a plasma shot. It's fucking a destroying shot. It's actually like these are one of those sleeping units that you guys were talking about. It's a cheaper version of the Lehman Russ chassis that when it connects just is fucking devastating. It's awesome to watch.
Yeah, it's min 7.
Yep.
That's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah,
and every time you target a monster or a vehicle, you reroll wounds with this thing.
Ooh.
Not ones. Wounds.
Well, I mean, it's only 1 shot, so I hope so.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
but it's for all the weapons. So it's for the hunter killer, the las, the melta, everything.
Yeah. No. That's true.
Should just say reroll 1s and 2s at that point.
And then he also has a Tempestus Scion Squad for scoring, I assume. So
this is a cool looking list.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. It's missing. Sorry,
the coolest part is the intro at the top of the deal here.
Yeah, Will, you got to read that.
In the grim darkness of the far future, victory is often measured not in strategy or skill, but in the relentless tide of humanity's expendable souls, drowning the enemy in a sea of guardsmen's blood until their will is broken and their corpses pave the path to conquest, a.k.a. Narrative Guard List, a.k.a. Bulgrin Orgy.
Hell yeah.
except for the AKAs, that's got to be straight from a codex, like an old codex lore somewhere.
It probably is. It probably is. Yeah, it's probably like a 3rd edition something or other.
So it's for sure from a codex. I can't remember which one, but both of the popes did quotes very similarly. Like it's hilarious and I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and for anyone that doesn't know, when he's saying both of the popes, this player who got was also top bracket is brother to the guy who got first.
Yeah.
So 2 brothers, both top bracket, just both slaying.
One got 6th place with IG, and the other one got 1st with Hive Fleet, which is just awesome.
And both are going to be at Alamo.
Yep. Yeah, all the top players from the U.S. Open are going to be at Alamo, I think.
Wild.
Except for Mike Moonsey or whatever the fuck his name is. I think Eric might be there. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, let's look at this list a little bit. This is a pretty straightforward list. I don't think there's anything like super surprising here. Like,
it's honestly a pretty like there's 2 trains of thought I think in the current guard meta, and it's all direct fire or all indirect, and otherwise it's all pretty straightforward. Bulgrin,
and this is going all direct.
Yeah, 18 Bulgrin just going forward and bullying people. Can you put a 6-man Bulgrin into a Chimera?
Nope, 3-man.
Ooh,
yeah.
So they're all on foot. That's crazy.
So what he did with the tank is he put the did he put the Catachans? Can Catachans scout? I don't think they can.
I don't know if a Catachan squad is worth putting in a Chimera.
Yeah, they have scout.
Oh, okay. I take that back. Yeah. That's worth it.
Oh, so that's what.
Oh, yeah. So he has the infantry squad, right? Because you either put Catachans or like an infantry squad or some shit like that, with your platoon squad and Leontis. But that's what that infantry squad is for. He for sure threw a Catachan squad in there, just to scout up, be annoying as fuck with the Bulgrins, and then sat his tanks back. Like. Yeah, that's a really strong list, and those even the Scions just coming in on that last minute to get whatever random secondary is really good.
Yeah, screen the tanks, make sure nothing with counter Melta is in Melta range.
Oh yeah,
you don't want them charged. So that's what the Bulgrin are for. Like, honestly, I can see why it worked.
Yep,
I can see why it worked.
Yeah, because he used 30 Catachans to do a scout screen. It's just better. That's better than a normal screen.
30 spoiler, 30 wounds is a lot to get through.
Yep. And that's before the ones that are just sitting in the Chimera. Like, that's really strong.
Yeah. Yep.
I like it. Yeah, I don't think, it's a super straightforward list. I don't think there's anything else on there. Let's look who he played against real quick.
Yeah, and I could see why it was successful in scoring some of the points that it did.
Oh, yeah. No,
even in...
Yeah, a lot of small units.
Until round 6, the lowest score is an 89.
Yep. So he played Imperial. He played Imperial Knights round 1. I'm sure that Imperial Knights player had never seen one of those Vanquishers and was like, "This is okay."
Oh, this is fine.
Just fucking.
Oh, one shot. No problem. Yeah. And it was take min 7.
Did you just roll a 6 and kill an Armiger? What?
Yeah. Honestly, his game 2, I'm actually kind of surprised that he won, and that's not necessarily a call out on the player. The player is actually a really good fucking player. It's a call out on the army he was playing. He was playing against T-Suns.
Ooh,
and T-Suns, I don't think has a single fucking issue, and this is a good T-Suns list too. It's got all the meat and potatoes that you need right now for T-Suns, and I don't see the T-Suns having too big of an issue with it.
It's almost my list. Yeah, It just has a sorcerer and a shaman instead of the additional Infernal Master.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And the Demon Prince.
I think legitimately the only issue I ever see with any T-Suns list is it's a lot more elite, so they have a scoring issue. So I don't. Can you see the score of what was it a close game? Did they both high score?
It was. He had 90 points.
Noah had 100. So I don't know what he had.
Okay.
The loss that he had was Justin Moore. He didn't lose this one. He won against the T-Suns.
Oh, that was round 2?
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised. That's a hard matchup, even for him to get 100 points on. Just because those T-Suns are, honestly, the T-Suns right now are kind of an S-tier army, in my opinion. I think they're that sleeper cell that everybody that knows about them super afraid of them, but everybody that doesn't is like, what the fuck is a T-Sun? And it's just weird.
Confirm. We just recorded a game that you guys will see on the channel later in the future. And dude, it was I had to fight for it, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's a good player, it's going to be a super hard battle.
And even it really came down to one roll kind of at the end on if you were able to push through.
Yeah, there was there were some dicey moments.
Yeah, for sure.
On both sides.
Yep. And then after that, he played Justin Moore, so another top 5 finisher, playing with Grey Knights that, like, honestly is a really good Grey Knights list for running into hordes a little bit because it has so much good shooting that's there. Yep. Yeah. You said triple Redeemer?
Redeemers into hordes sounds
Actually, that's what he's got. Yeah, the triple Redeemer and all the fucking
crazy part, the way the U.S. Opens are laid out, you know what his other loss was? It was Justin again.
Because of the split to top cut.
He played Justin twice, and that was the only thing he lost to. So he lost to Triple Redeemer Grey Knights twice, and he still got 90s on both of those games.
Still had a 90 on each game, but that was the only loss.
Imagine how close that is.
Yeah, that is crazy. I mean, the uppy-downies on Grey Knights, it's really hard to stop their scoring. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Good job to Noah, man. That's a really good list. Good job.
And then we have an old but classic Texan, Matthew Ali.
Yep.
Who was playing Drakari in their new Sky Splinter detachment.
Yes.
And it's not a meme list. I think it's a very real list because, again, it made top cut.
It's a little different. It's a little skewy. And the reason we say that is because
it leans into an idea.
And some of the stuff that a lot of people will say you don't leave.
It leans into a dream.
You don't. Well, a lot of people will say you don't leave home without 3 of these. In this case, for Drakari, it'd be Incubi, right? Like most people will say, you start building a list.
You have 2 to 3 Incubi.
Yeah, you put in 2 to 3 units of Incubi. Usually 110, and then another 5 or 2 5s, right?
I'd actually I think with their new Splinter Assault or the Sky Splinter Assault, I actually think that their new you don't leave home without. And the one that you will always see in lists, you don't even see it in this because it's just the list is Oops All Witches, is actually the Kabbalite Warriors. Because they are very good in Sky Splinter because they bump out.
So look at it by the numbers. So here's my issue with Kabbalites. What does Sky Splinter do? It says you can get out of a transport and get better melee with Lance or get better shooting with Ignore Cover.
That's really good.
If you have... if you put them in a Venom and put the 5 best guns in the Venom so they can get out, shoot, and get back in for free at the end of the fight phase.
Yep.
Kabbalite Warriors have less than 10 shots. It's like, okay, do I really want to ignore cover with 10 shots that are... Half of those are pretty bad because it's got one that's 12-inch range, D6 Torrent, and it's kind of trash. They've got a Dark Lance, which is AP3. Do I need to ignore cover with AP3?
Yeah.
Not usually unless I'm shooting at something that's already is doing Armor of Contempt or the equivalent rule.
Yeah.
A Shredder, which is going into infantry, and sure it's the one thing, it's only a handful of shots and it's AP1, so it's okay, I've got really, out of 4 guys that can go in the Venom, I've got 1 gun that wants ignore cover.
Yeah. I think it still works. I don't know. I think it still works. And then the other thing that you don't see as well in this list is Court of the Archon.
There's that's interesting. Oh, and Beastmaster pack.
Yeah, there's no Beastmaster.
There's no Beastmaster pack either.
Yeah, and the Beastmaster, I'm give or take. I
like one. I like 1 or 2.
Yeah, I think the whole purpose, and it's across any army. Anytime you can bring anything that has multiple wound profiles, that's bueno, right? That's amazing.
Yeah.
And that's why the Beastmaster is so strong.
The other part that got me is Archons are very good.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no Nightmare Shroud in this list either.
Nope.
Which
I've seen a lot of players.
That's a fantastic enhancement.
It is, but it's very points heavy.
Yeah, that's and without running the
10, it's 20 points to
yeah, but think about it as he has no Tin Mans because presumably all of the witches are split into Venoms here.
Probably
all of the witches. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Venoms.
Let us tell you the list. It's Drazar.
Yep.
Lilith, 3 Succubus. Did I miss? What am I missing?
That's it.
60 witches.
60 witches.
6 Tin Man witches, which can be split into
6 Venoms.
6 Venoms. So they all become 5 mans and can enter the Venoms.
5 ladies.
Oh, I'm sorry. I left out solo. Drazar is solo. There's no Incubi in this list.
Yeah. Just out there on his own. Doing his own thing. Shaking it up.
Incubi die anyways. I don't think they're worth their points.
But they hit harder than witches do in most cases.
And if you're popping back into a transport anyway, you don't have to be durable.
Yeah.
Kill your target, pop back in the transport.
Yep.
So then the rest of the list is a Chronos, 2 5-man Drake units, 2 Ravagers with 3 Dark Lances each, and then 3x5 Scourges with 4 Dark Lances
15
each.
Dark Lance Scourges.
Yeah.
Which I'm not mad about. Scourges are an absolute staple of Dark
It's
Eldar.
It's only 4 Dark Lances in each.
That's all I can say.
15 models.
Yeah, 15 models. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I like this list a lot.
I do.
Oh, same.
Really
each time that I played into Dark Angel, or it's not Dark Angels, Dark Eldar, Drakari, whatever we're calling them now. I always am like, fuck witches. The Incubi, I don't actually think because Incubi are that boogeyman, so they never get that chance to trade up. But witches aren't. I honestly think what he did.
Just witches.
Yeah, I think what he did with these witches, he put all the succubus into fucking Venoms with the witches that need to be attached.
Yep. Solo Drazar goes in a Venom.
Yep, just a random one. And then Lilith, if I played this, I would start Lilith with 10 off the table. And just 100%.
You can't. They're dedicated transports.
Yeah. He has fucking 60 witches to fill up 6 transports that hold 5 fucking people each.
Yeah, you can just split them 5 and 5.
Oh, can one of the 5s get split in? Okay, never mind. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah, the 10 splits into 2 5s and goes into 1 and the other one.
Got it.
Yeah. No, he has more than enough to do that. And then so you're dealing with all these fucking Venoms and all these witches all over the place. And then turn 2 or turn 3 hits, and God forbid you're within a board edge, and he's like, oh, hey, just to let you know, and I'm going to powerful pain this, so I'll get to reroll and do everything I fucking want to do anyways. Enjoy. And that Lilith squad just fucking can wreck anything. I think the Lilith squad is better than a fucking... an Incubi squad. Like, point for point. It's so fucking... do you guys know what Lilith does?
With Lilith and 10 witches, yes, I agree.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
She gives the squad +1 strength, +1 AP, which puts them at AP1.
Yep.
Then they get power from pain for AP2. They get... the only thing they're missing out on is Lance from Sky Splinter, which I don't like a Tin Man for. That kind of sucks.
I don't think you need it at that point. Like, you're just... And he has no way to give it to them. But I don't think you put Lilith with a 5-man. I think you put her with a 10-man, walk her on the side of the board. Because if you start her any other way, she's going to get shot.
No,
that's fucking awesome.
Right. That's why there's so many Venoms. Because, spoiler, you don't want to get shot with Dark Eldar because bolters kill you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Real kill you.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why I was saying it's surprising to not see the Nightmare Shroud on something, just because it does help with that.
Yeah, with Overwatch.
Yeah, with Overwatches. Yeah,
it does. I talked to who the fuck did I talk to? It was somebody playing Dark Eldar, and they explained to me very simply that their squads are so fucking cheap. Even if they lose one of them,
it's meh.
It's not the end of the day, and it
Here's
forces
3 more.
But it forces their opponents to spend that CP, and you're not guaranteed to kill all of them. You'll kill a couple. But yeah, they just mapped it out and they're like, no, I can get like, because it's a pretty expensive upgrade. They're like, I'll just bring other shit.
Yep.
So I'm curious what he played into.
Yeah. If you'll pull up what he played into, I'll tell you what my first thoughts when I read this list.
Let's see. He's got.
Were basically what I was thinking is the witches and venoms when they go out. If you're charging something you're gonna kill, you go out, you kill it. They jump back in the venom for free.
Yep.
If you know you're going into something that you're not going to kill, or something that you're like, oh, it's a tank, I can't ever kill this with witches. I'm just going for the data sheet ability that says you fall back, you die potentially.
Yeah.
Potentially, like that's just a scary concept. Like I charged your 200-point land raider. What are you gonna do about it, homie?
Yep.
So like you go into something that you know you're not going to kill. The next 5-man witch that couldn't fit in the venom because he's got more witches than venom runs up, stands behind the venom. When the other thing didn't kill it like you expected, you're like, oh, cool. Well, here's 5 more witches. Now they're in the venom.
Yeah.
Right.
So he has witches.
He first played against T-Suns.
Thousand Suns. Yep. Yeah. Which is sneakily a good matchup for him because he's played T-Suns for a long time, so he knows them cold.
Including 10th edition. Yeah.
Right.
And he's actually very good at his T-Suns.
Exactly, yeah. He knows that army in and out. So that's a sneakily beneficial matchup for him. Yep. Then he played against Imperial Knights.
Yeah.
I think it was second. That, I guess, with all of the Darklance...
They're all OC2.
Scourges.
They're all OC2.
I think... I'm just saying, the Darklance Scourges, are cleaning up some knights.
Yeah.
Looking at this list, he's got 2 Assassins and Henchmen and Voidsmen. He's putting so many points outside of Knights that you don't have to worry about as much. Yeah.
So the other issue is the Venom spam. Knights can't handle it because they have limited number of activations for shooting, killing a transport, then just killing the squad inside. This the number of it's a number of units issue.
Yep. And they just get bumped up.
Oh, I popped the transport, but now you have 10 OC on there, which outnumbers my 8 with a baby knight. Yeah.
Yeah, and they only have 4 or 5 activations to shoot.
Yep.
Yeah, and then his third round matchup was Josh Pruitt, who's one of our North Texas guys, playing Black Templars.
That's a good matchup. Then, I think he trades really well in it. Did he win that one?
He does.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
His loss was against Kit.
Yeah, round 4 matchup was against Kit with Dark Angels.
Yeah, so that's just a hard list to go into.
It is, for sure.
What did he?
He lost to Kit. He was 3-0 and then lost in round 4.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say because there were a couple of 3-1s that did make it to the top bracket, so he was one of them. Okay.
Yep. He only scored 74 points into Dark Angels.
And for the record, okay, so I guess we're talking about half the 3-1s. So I think only 3 3-1s made it. So it was Matt, who we're talking about now, Noah Pope, the guard player we just talked about.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And there was another one. Who was it?
Was
it Dom?
No. Mm-mm. There's only this guy playing Admech.
No.
But he wasn't top cut.
Oh, it was Brian Key.
No. Yeah, that's who I was just talking about. But
he wasn't top cut?
I think it's 16. I think it was 16 because it's 4x4.
I hate how they do their rounds.
Yeah, it's super confusing to try to pick up on it.
Yeah,
it had to be.
No, I think it was Brian Kinney.
Yeah, he was 3-1.
Yep.
I'm looking at bracket number 1, and he's in there.
Yep. Oh yeah, Admech in top bracket. Yeah, it's that guy.
Yeah.
I mean, good for him. No disrespect, man, but Admech right now, I'm sorry, bro. If that's your main army, I'm so sorry.
Hey, good job. He did it.
Yeah.
He won.
Yeah. No kidding.
But yeah, he played just another T-Suns and then just had a fucking his next one was lost to T-Suns, and then he played the Admech, beat the Admech. He played he played Votan. Oh no, Votan lost. Sucks to be Votan.
Yeah, no Votan's top bracket. That's wild, bro. Too bad there were no good Votan players there. That's crazy.
There were plenty of good Votan players there.
No, I really don't think there were. I think they were all trash.
And then he played Noah Pope. Dude, I've been doing terrible with Votan.
Do you play Votan? That's crazy.
# all trash.
Dude, I got super fucking drunk at the last event though. Like I had a fucking absolute. That was probably one of the most fun I've had.
Sounds like you did make Top Cut.
Yep.
in your heart and in your mind.
Yeah. Dude, I played at that event. I played the only other Votan player there, round 1, and I was like, "Hey, I'm sorry, bud. Like, I'm not even drunk yet.
One of us is going down."
Yeah.
And that's a good. And I don't mean the final scores.
Yeah. Dude, that's a super good list. I like that list a lot, man. Good job, Matt.
Yeah. All right, and the piece de resistance.
We saved the best for the lastas.
Yep.
Oh, we're already there. Fuck me. I need to.
The literal last.
Numero
uno. Numero eins.
Second to none.
Yeah.
Literally second to none, yeah.
Because Colin got second to one award. I love you, Colin. I'm sorry, buddy.
What did he get?
Always a bridesmaid, never a bride.
No. He's been the bride.
Yeah, no, he's been a bride.
Yeah, he's been a bride
they gave
before.
Colin McDade, who played in the finals with his orcs against the list we're about to discuss. U.S. Open gave him the award second to one.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah, they did great.
That's awesome.
It was a
it's kind of fucked.
It was a wonderful weekend of games.
I'd be salty.
I wouldn't.
I'm gonna see if he'll send me a picture of it.
I'd be salty. Anyway,
first place.
So
Tyranids.
Let's preface this. This was yesterday that he won, May 19th, 10th edition. I'm sorry. Tell me his name one more time. The Pope brother.
Sam Pope.
Sam.
Sam
Yeah.
Pope.
Dude,
Sorry,
he's been doing really well, man. Sam's a fantastic player.
So one field point Munitorum field manual earlier and one data slate earlier. Sam Pope made top cut at the Las Vegas Open this same year. So 5 months ago, with a very similar list, the man was still doing the same thing he is.
That list didn't get many hits. The only hit that it got was the increase in gargoyles.
Just the gargoyles.
Yep.
Does he have lictors? I think the lictors went down. Regular lictors went down. That's wild.
Yeah, he
has one lictor. And he's a neuro lictor.
Yep. So, Will, give us the list.
Yeah, so his list name Cockroach Euphoria. Love it.
Endless Swarm Tyranids.
Unending Swarm. Yep. So we've got a Neurotyrant. We've got a Turbogon. We've got a Winged Hive Tyrant. No enhancements. Neurotyrant was the Warlord.
Their enhancements honestly aren't that good.
They aren't.
Yeah.
So we've got a unit
he did have one.
A unit of 20 Gargoyles, a unit of 10 Hormagaunts, a unit of 20 Termagants, another unit of 20 Termagants, another unit of 20 Termagants.
Keep it going.
Another unit of 20 Termagants.
Just tell me how many it is.
4 by 20, 80.
Too many.
Carry the 80. Then we've got Biovore, Exocrine, Lictor, 20 Neurogaunts, a Neurolictor, and 1 unit of 3 Venom Throats.
It's pretty good.
There's some bodies in that list.
You know what I really love about this list is it doesn't bleed a single secondary. It tells your opponent, hey, not only am I going to fuck you on primary, but you're not going to get an easy secondary against me and enjoy.
Yep. Oh, and meanwhile, I'm going to be scoring super easy secondaries against you.
And super easy primary.
And I'm guessing fixed, would you say? Probably
100%. I would not take fixed, honestly.
No, wait. I missed it. Is there a Biovore?
Yes.
Engage on all fronts. Deploy teleport homers.
Yeah, but if you, some opponents can zone that out.
They could.
Some, and then you still get 3/4 a turn, and
so
your minimum score on deploy.
Yeah, so 2 points in minimum score means you don't win a lot of your games. He scored pretty well, man. I think what this list does is it says, hey, if you bleed a secondary, if you go into an army that gives up assassination, if you go into an army that gives up bring it down just for existing, then I'll take my other fixed. And I'll fuck you on it.
This list doesn't take kill secondaries. It doesn't kill anything. It just exists.
Yeah. I mean,
you either take fixed that you control, like engage deploy, or you take tactical. That's it. I
The
don't think
Exocrines kill stuff. The Neuros kill some stuff.
If I'm the opponent looking across the table and you tell me, hey, I took this fixed thing and only my Exocrines can score it by killing whatever unit I need to kill,
yeah.
Guess who goes first?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, looking at it, like his scores aren't as high as they could have been.
On day one, they are. Day one, he's crushing it. And then it's 70, 71, 78,
82,
69.
99, 98. Yeah. In the top cut, he was only scoring in the 70s and then 169.
Yeah.
Score.
A 6 point for the finals, a 6 point win, 69 to 63. The perfect score.
Perfect score.
Yeah.
Perfect score.
Yeah. he won on a perfect note. Yeah.
No, I mean this list. Its main purpose is to exist there. I don't think anything in the game anymore is just like, oh, I'll never kill anything. Like you have the chance to kill stuff. I think with how
he has the
He has with how strategic he is though, man, it's primo.
Plus with this list, just weight of dice.
Yeah.
There's also that. But yeah, he played against it was World Eaters round 1. And then guard round 2.
I actually think that guard one would have been his like hardest matchup. I mean, it was his lowest score.
That's what I thought. Looking at it, yeah.
Looking at those first couple games.
Even guardsmen kill like nearly a whole swarm squad.
And then he played against Imperial Knights, which, in round 3, which was kind of an easier one. And then he played against Bully Boy Orcs.
Ooh, so he already had the experience
in round 4, yeah.
Going into 8.
And he played Ben Urich, and Ben Urich's not a pushover. Let's talk about Bully Boy Orcs, though.
What?
Yeah. So I have played multiple games now against Bully Boy Orcs, and
they're not
up to this point, I've been unimpressed.
Secret? You guys want to know the secret? Green Tide.
Oh, Green Tide's fucking insane. But Bully Boy Orcs, if you kill everything else besides those 3 squads you can't kill, you outscored them in your table. It doesn't matter, though. I've outscored my opponents on each one of my games by 20 or 30 points.
Lou, what 3 squads can't you kill?
The Meganobs.
He's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, duh.
Yeah, sorry, the Meganob squads. But like, if you looking at Urich's list, it's a very standard list. He's got the trucks. If you kill the trucks, cool, shit pops out. He might get a turn of scoring, then you kill the little shit that was inside. Same thing with the battle wagon, and all he's left with are Meganobs. I don't know. I think I think this Tyranid list is going to be a very strong counter, and it obviously shows from his wins.
Yeah, that's
the
fact that he beat Ben Urich and Colin,
both playing Bully Boys Orcs, speaks to it's a pretty significant counter to that.
Is Ben on Team USA this year?
Yeah, I don't think he's left it.
Yeah, so Ben, who is a Team USA WTC player, real good guy, top players, and Sam is just here's my 120 models and a little bit of finesse of I've been
120.
playing.
More like 140.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. 140 plus support characters.
Plus a few.
Model list and the finesse of I've been playing it for a year straight for 10th edition now. So get wrecked.
Yeah, good luck.
but the thing is with the Tyranid list that he's playing, the big squad of Bully Boys, those Meganobs, actually don't really eat through. One of them will eat through one of the squads, and the other one is left with a couple models that you res anyways. But he's just bringing back these squads that Ben's trying to sweep off the table. The same thing has probably happened with Colin. That's a fucking fantastic counter.
No, it is, honestly.
So, I like it. What do you play after that?
142 models in that list before you drop some Spore Mines.
It's a lot.
Ooh. I heard it here first, folks. 142.
Yeah.
And that's why clocks were invented. But GW events don't clock.
Hey, honestly, I know another guy that plays Endless Swarm, and he's gone to at least one tournament now, and he has not clocked out once.
Hey, you're saying there's a chance.
Editor's note: it's not him.
It is not.
It is not. It is not Timeout TJ.
Timeout TJ. God damn, that's a good name.
Give us the other. You hadn't heard that yet? Give us the other matches.
All right. So
yeah, that's what everyone calls me. Timeout TJ.
We've been through the top 4. So after going 4-0 through
before Top Cut.
Before Top Cut. So then going into Top Cut, he had.
Oh my God! He played the T-Sons.
He played against Andrew Corbin, who had Space Marines.
Yep.
This list
looks Iron Storm.
Yeah, it's Iron Storm Spearhead. Pretty standard stuff. It looks like.
But it was the Top Cut one, right? Fifth round.
Correct.
Yeah. So the one Iron Storm. The one Space.
Redemptors, Repulsors.
One of the 2 Space Marine lists that made Top Cut.
Yep. Then he had
T-Sons.
Personally, I think this is also a nightmare for T-Sons.
I mean, they've got bolter shots.
He literally says cool. Well, a lot of them are running the flamers, so it's all warp flamers, soul reapers. So it's all the D6 flamers, but he says sick. You killed a unit. Shucks. Reses it. Maybe you kill 2 of the units, and he's like, don't really care.
Well, that's the thing. If he kills 2 a turn, then maybe there's some trouble. But apparently there wasn't. So
even if he kills 2 a turn, you're guaranteed to like res one of them. So he's really only killing 1. It takes 4 turns. Yeah. It takes 4 turns to eat through that, and you still have the rest of the list to deal with, and you're just now killing the shit that only scores. That's fucking nasty. Like that's just I like his list. I don't know. I'm gonna be sitting here sucking Sam's dick all night about it.
We got time.
Good list. Yeah. No,
I do have an extra 30 seconds.
Yeah. You haven't seen his technique. You go real quick.
Dude. Stroke the balls.
Yeah.
Or no, cradle the ball, stroke the shaft.
And then
he went against Mike Muzzini, who was playing the T-Sons.
Yeah.
That was the T-Sons.
Yep. And then
Triple Land Raider Redeemer Great Eyes.
Yep. Against Justin Moore.
Which you would think would be one of the few things that could really chew through it, but
nope. Justin probably lost on the score.
I actually got to watch part of that game. I think it was a deployment issue where I think Sam got to go first, and just how the gargoyles are. It's one of those games where the Tyranids go first, and they just lock you in your deployment zone, and it's like, good luck.
I mean, it was still close. The final score was 78-74.
That's
so
super
still
close.
A close game.
Yeah. All of some of his last games were super close.
Yeah.
Which honestly, at high levels of 40K, that's what I expect.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, especially with a lot of these secondaries, they've been out for a while. You know what I mean?
Like, even if you go into a bad matchup, you should know how to keep a game close.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then final matchup was against Colin McDade and more Bully Boys Orcs, which, surprise, sounds like might be a good counter for it.
This is actually a completely different Bully Boys Orcs list, though. I do want to point that out. He brings things like...
it is. I actually
he brings like Mazrog, and he also brings... What is it?
Boss Snickrot.
A squad of Squighog boys and a bunch of Storm boys. He's going a little bit more on the scoring side, and that's why their scores were a little bit closer.
Right. Yeah, able to close the gap a little bit.
100%. Because you don't see... There's not a single knob in that list, which is fucking crazy. I mean, there's mega knobs, but there's not like the knobs. So what happens with that is when you see these lists, just so other people can like hear this, is that they can't use any of their fucking stratagems on anything but the mega knobs. For Bully Boys.
Right.
And that's huge.
For like the whole thing. Yeah.
And their detachment ability is only for the mega knobs, basically.
Pretty much.
Is Mazrog get War Boss keyword?
Probably.
So maybe Mazrog's in it for detachment ability, but that's one battle round? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that Tyranny list we just described, the Guard list, and the Dark Elder list. We don't know what they're bringing, but those 3 players are going to the Alamo GT.
Yep.
Honestly, I wouldn't be. If I was Matt, I'd switch over to T-Sons, especially for Alamo. I think T-Sons are about to crush Alamo open.
Just because of the mobility into the terrain and the firing lanes.
Yeah,
I can see it.
The layouts for Alamo are weird, and he does it every year, and this year is no different. It's going to be an interesting event to see how people play on that terrain.
And T-Suns are hard to plan for, honestly, when you're the opponent. Like, it's like, okay, well, they can double move any unit. They can do this. They can do that.
They can Umbrella Crystal. They can...
Yeah, they can increase their durability. They
can take multiple rerolls on their saves. They can blank out damage. They can... It gets rough. Plus, you got to think on the Alamo layouts when you're looking at that.
The flamers are good. It's like you come around corner, flamers.
Well, not only that, you can also do the ignores the line of sight.
I was going to say you don't even need
you don't even need line of sight as the
I forgot about
as
that
the T-Sun player.
Yeah,
but also it limits their shots that they can put into your greater demons, so you don't have to you can expose Magnus on a flank and say you can't put enough weight of fire to break through my rerolls and my zeroing of damage and auto passes and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So you can't break through this on this flank with the number of shots that you could bring to bear that I'm going to expose it to. So then it just kind of gives you free reign to do whatever you want with Magnus and Ahriman and some of these other Psychers that are going to go, hey, why don't you hold a couple Doom Bolts for me?
Yeah.
So,
I think that if somebody plays Green Tide Orcs, we haven't seen it on the table yet, really, at major events. I think Green Tide's going to fucking do a phenomenal at Alamo as well. And
still
Oh,
possibly that Tyranid list.
Everybody's still painting all their orcs.
Oh, yeah. No, it's too many, man. It's so many fucking orcs.
Needs more green.
If you're running, spoiler internet, if you're running a Green Tide list and you have less than 120 boys,
keep going.
You're wrong.
Yeah. Keep counting.
It's that shit's crazy. But hey, I'm excited for Alamo. I think it's going to be a super good event.
I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, the venue's going to be awesome.
I bet demons are going to be sneakily good there.
I bet I might need picked up off the floor.
Hell yeah.
Because if you've never seen me across the table, I don't really particularly care about the outcome. I'm there for a good time.
That's the best way to play it.
And win or lose, I'm going to have me a good time.
Yeah.
Me and the bartenders will know each other by first name.
Yeah. So anyway, if you're in driving distance or flying distance or reachable distance of San Antonio, come the weekend after this weekend, Memorial Day weekend, and you don't have anything to do and you play 40K, jump on the wait list.
Come find us and squeeze our butts.
Don't get on the wait list. Just let us get you drunk.
Fuck? Hold on. What the fuck did you just say?
Hey.
You know this weekend's Memorial Day weekend, right? You said the weekend after next or some silly shit like that? Bro, if you have nothing to do in 5 days, come join the wait list. Guys, Alamo is this weekend.
That's what I said, Memorial Day weekend.
Don't say guys. It's not me.
I was trying to say the day after next.
Dude, you beat around the bush so hard that I have no idea what day it is now.
That's what I was confused because I'm like, wait, how do I say this weekend, the day after next? Because the episode will post tomorrow probably. I'm fucking lost,
the weekend. Just say the weekend.
We need some hedge clippers for how hard he's beating around this bush.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, that was a good one.
Hang on. Wait.
He needs another drink.
Wait. No, I don't need another drink. Yeah. Alamo GT is the 25th and the 26th. It's 6 rounds and 90-something players. So if you're within reachable distance of San Antonio, 25th and 26th.
Yeah, honestly, it's so he even bumped it. He bumped it up to 110 players.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's going to be a big event, man. Fantastic venue. And after that, we close up the TCC season for any of you guys that actually care in the Texas area with War Games.
I'm excited for the hotel. I'm excited for the hotel.
Yeah, War Games Con for sure. I'm all booked up for that, man.
Yeah,
I am ready for some War Games Con.
That one is the week after the month after the next, so it is June 29th and 30th.
It's 4 weeks away, man.
All right, I'm back. I'm alive. I lived.
This is crazy.
Christ.
What is happening?
The week after the month after. Yeah, welcome to
Tabletop Warriors. Where we're
Tabletop Warriors.
Woo! We're gonna
this is
confuse
awesome.
you on what time it is.
Hey, Well, hey guys, thanks so much for listening. Do all the YouTube shit, subscribe, like, watch our videos and everything like that. These guys didn't mention at the beginning. Yeah. I'm more than likely joining their channel, and we'll do like a Lone Star Hammer, Tabletop Warriors sort of thing to review some lists just because I've been busy as fuck. So thanks everybody for watching. Watch these guys, watch all their battle reports, and hopefully next time I'm in Dallas I get to play on one of their tables because it looks fun.